another athlete, a 67-year-old male, 67-year-old triathlete. Now, this guy is fitter than my husband sitting right next to me. He can outrun, outcycle, outswim Pavle. But that aside, he presented to us in 2018 with a right adductor injury. Now, do you want to say the injury because you know the story well?
He didn't tell us what
initially. Well, he told me he had an injury.
Yes,
he did say, but
yeah, of course. He said an injury. He didn't told us how he managed to get that injury. Well, story later on when we became like more friendly and talking and stuff, he was on his bike and he was like preparing for a race. So he was dashing. He hit a concrete pole. His shoes do not unclip. So he flies like with the bike. He flies on and his bike like just absolutely rips it and pulls him apart. And I was like, what just happened there? He's like, yep. Can you help here? And we were like, okay.
So he injured himself 12 months prior to seeing us. And in those 12 months, he sought lots of different type of clinicians and care, had heard about the laser and said, look, can we give this a go? Had even tried cortisone injections. That didn't make a difference for him. And so we did for him 3 times a week for 2 weeks. We stepped it up because he had a deadline. He was able to go through his race. He did really well. And he was just really amazed, which he then started to see us for other injuries that were lying in the background that he had dealt with a shoulder injury. And then he had another injury, a fall afterwards, which pre-race again. So he, you know, as he does what he does, he falls off a bike or, you know, whatever, he's going to present with more and more conditions.
But we were so proud. He was like blasting everybody. Last year he had the triathlon, and he was #1 in his age category.
Yeah.
And he was super proud, and he was thanking us and thanking everybody that, like, you know.
So we say it was the laser that got you there for sure. So